This is Absolutely Essendon, part 2 of our match preview of a round 13 game, Essendon v Carlton. So, where are we at? Essendon sitting 6th on the ladder, little unexpected. 7 wins, 5 losses, and the chance to go to 8 wins before the bye. And what that means is if they can bank that win, then the finals looks like it's a real chance. Without getting ahead of ourselves, no hubris here, but a real chance. Now, I've had a couple of people say, on these online forums, what's the point getting in the finals if you're going to just lose again, and more ridicule. But no, I totally disagree. I think that...
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. I just think you need to get a bit of that pressure into the legs, into the body.
Yeah.
And I think it would be amazing for the players.
It's always better to play finals than not play finals,
yes,
I would have thought.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. No, we're scarred, and there's no question that our supporter base is still suffering from that insecurity of the last 20-odd years of nothing.
Yes.
So, I'm all for playing finals, whether we're ready or not. Don't care.
Yep.
It's only going to be a good experience. But yeah, we still got a little way to go before that is even on the agenda.
But this week we need to get past Carlton. Now they are coming off how many losses in a row? 5 or 6?
Yeah, I think they've had about 6 of the last 7 or something.
They're not having a great run, and I was really hoping that they would get a
lovely run. I'm loving every minute of it.
I was hoping they'd get over Melbourne to take that pressure off. And then that way, they don't have their back against the wall like they do now against us. Oh, I don't like it.
There's a lot of superstition going on.
No, it's not superstition. Yeah, it's about pressure valve, okay? There's the club, they're having some problems.
But they were having problems before the Melbourne game. I mean, they've been, pretty much the basket case club of the year.
Well, I mean, they should have played finals last year. Let's face it.
Yeah, they probably should have.
They should have, right?
And they fell in a hole as they always do.
And so now they're in the situation where you've got the board coming out.
This is the whole part 2 that they've fallen into.
Yes.
After last year's collapse, that beautiful collapse.
It wasn't nice.
Never cheered Collingwood so much as I did in that last game.
It was an enjoyable collapse. But you've got the board coming out, giving the full support to Michael Voss, which gives him how many weeks? 3 weeks?
I mean...
2 weeks?
It's almost like if you're a patient with a terminal disease, and the doctor, and you're in a serious amount of pain, and the doctor says, you're fine. Yeah, go on a holiday. You're gone.
Yeah, right.
You're gone.
Yeah, okay.
And I think this is probably Voss coaching for his career, right?
Yeah.
Because he fluffed his first part at Brisbane.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he became the Uber coach, and Carlton went out of their way to get the great Michael Voss. I mean, what's he ever done as a coach?
Yeah.
Sorry. Great player, but...
And let's face it, they love having a rotating door for coaches. They're not shy in getting rid of coaches.
Yeah,
but the word on the street is the players. They may not be totally buying into the game plan. Which, as Essendon supporters,
we're experts in
suspecting
that our players are not buying into the game plan.
We know how to sniff that.
Ben Rutten, we salute you.
Thank you for your service.
Well, he's gone, so we thanked him some time ago, and John Worsfold, to be fair. They kind of ruined any sense of a game plan.
But we know what that looks like.
Yeah, so we understand their pain as much as we despise them.
Yes,
that they would be sitting there going, "Oh, geez, look, what's this guy telling us to do? He's got no idea." And I think it starts at the top. I think it starts at the top with the captain of that club.
Yep.
And, there's a lot of word going around that, maybe the Cripper, is not really a big fan of the Vosser.
Oh, really?
So you can read into that what you like.
Have you noticed when he's having a bad game that he puts on a bit of a limp?
I have.
Have you? He just, whenever things aren't going his way, he's like... it's always a bit of grimacing.
Yeah.
Looking over at the bench. Yeah.
It's like when you've had a bad presentation in front of the board and you kind of start rubbing it. I had a bit of a migraine,
Yeah, that's right. Didn't sleep well last night.
He's West Australian bound. I'm telling you.
Oh,
I don't think he'll be at that club much longer.
Controversial.
He was lucky to win a Brownlow medal last year.
Very lucky.
Look, don't get me wrong. He's a splendid footballer. But he does kind of go to water pretty quick. And most of their team, they're softies. They are softies.
What about Sardi? That was with us. It still hurts me that he left.
Oh, mate, they can have him. I don't care.
Really?
You don't want to play for the red and black? Piss off. Simple as that. No, that's it.
Hang on. He left the same year as Fantasia.
Yeah, he can go to They all walked
I
out.
never wanted
Yeah,
it.
but that was the Rutten effect.
Yeah. Well, someone's effect.
Worsfold or
Because,
whatever.
he went back to... Who goes back to Adelaide?
The Xavier Campbell effect.
And then Sardley... Yeah, it was someone. And Danaher,
Connor McKenna.
Yes.
Pretended he was homesick.
It was
Did you notice he's back in Australia now? He was
not
really,
so homesick.
really homesick.
Not so,
wasn't he?
and planning to be a horse trainer.
Exactly,
according to you, according to our sources.
As we've discussed. So let's have a look at this Carlton side, because they are in an almighty mess, aren't they?
Right.
I mean, apart from losing however many games, their much vaunted forward line can barely scrape a
But
goal.
they generally do well against us. They see the red and black. Mackay, I think he kicked 3 goals last time we played, and 4 goals.
That's hardly a bag. I mean, let's be honest, 3 goals.
Yeah,
No one's beating us with 3 goals.
They've been low-scoring games, so they haven't been scoring much, which
the
bodes
problem
well,
is
bodes well for us.
If those 2 clowns don't score, Who else have they got? There's no Tom Papley running around in there.
Yeah, no, true.
There's Paddy Dow. I mean, the word Dow. I mean, it sounds like you reckon you're pretty laid back doing that.
It's hard to rise above. But the problem to balance the ledger, our defence has struggled. Yes, he's always bagged a couple. Yeah. That's just a couple. But our defence has struggled against the big forward over the last few weeks.
So this is a good point.
This is, and with Mackay getting into back a little bit of form last week, I'm tentative.
Look, Brandon Zerk-Thatcher, he's had a pretty good year in general.
Yeah, he has.
But he has struggled against the big monster forwards on a couple of occasions. And
it's just hard for the 4 quarters to keep them out.
Harry Mackay's a big guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's a big guy. So I don't know whether Brandon's going to be the answer. Laverde's back in the side, but also he's not such a huge defender. So if they can get going with those 2 forwards, we will have a game on our hands. But if we can control the delivery out of the midfield, keep on top of a pretty decent midfield with Cripps, Walsh and Chera, we should be able to contain the threat from their forwards.
Yeah. The key with Mackay is let him the closer to goal that you let him mark, the better. Don't let him mark.
You think that's it?
Out.
Right.
Yeah,
he's a bit like Danaher in that case.
Yeah. 15 metres out, go for it, buddy. I'll just.
It's all about what's happening in the head, right?
It is.
No one's expecting him to score from that far out.
Yeah.
But when you're 10 metres in front, I mean, it's like threading the eye of a needle for that guy. Really, so his mind is just.
I have felt for him. No one had more media pressure. Right. Yeah. All right. Maybe
okay. So what else is going on down there?
The Curnow. Well, we've covered their tall men. So game plan. Do you think because the thing about being an Essendon supporter is we're still sort of getting used to this new team
having a game plan.
Yes. That's right. Yeah. So if they get the jump on us again, do you think? We're going to be able to respond.
I know what you're saying. I think what you're saying is, can we trust this team?
An excellent summation
are we at that point
of my
where
concern.
I can go to the footy each week and not feel like I need to have a defibrillator with me?
Yeah.
Because whatever happens, they're going to give it their best.
That's right. They're not going to go to water.
No, they'll play to a system.
That's right.
They can put players in and out of the side. Yeah. Those players will play to the
system.
They'll
have a strategy. They might move some people around if it's required.
It couldn't be further from the Rutten plan, could it? That was not a system. That was like a bag of Lego thrown on the ground and hope the pieces fit together.
It's wonderful imagery, that.
It was, wasn't
it?
The bag
of Lego. I spend a lot of time.
First thing that came into my head.
I spend a lot of time with Lego these days.
I think I might need to see someone. You would. You do. You know Lego very well.
I do.
So anyway, I think we can be a little more comfortable that, in the past you just sort of go, oh, Jesus, Carlton, we can't afford to lose to these guys. Look, they're in 14th place for a reason. They're in 14th place because, to quote their coach, they're just not good enough.
Yeah, well, he finally came out and said that. He ran with the sort of defending them posture for quite a few weeks, but then last week he finally said... Yeah,
you can imagine the room when they finally sack Voss, and he's going, well, what did I do wrong? What did I do? The CEO down there, Brian Cook, not the CEO, whatever he had of football, whatever he is, right. And Leo Sayers or
Luke Sayers,
is going to say, well, you said we're not good enough.
Do you think
on your bike, pal?
Right.
And I don't look. I think Voss is dead man walking. Frankly,
You think he is?
Yeah, I mean, have a look at the record of that club when it comes to coaches.
Yeah.
I know we're not much better, but
Not of late.
yeah.
No.
But anyway, let's not talk about him.
So let's talk about the potential lineups. Have
Yes.
they got anyone coming in? Have we got anyone?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Oh, right. Okay.
I wouldn't have a clue.
We are going
is
very early.
Pitternet playing for their ruckman? I think he's injured. He may be coming back in from injury.
Okay.
And he's a guy that will certainly test our Sammy.
Right. Yeah, he will. Very much.
You don't want to.
No, I'm not going to touch Sam Draper.
I know
at
you're
the
not
moment.
a fan.
It's building though. It's building. It's building.
This is going to be fun when he comes out with this Sam Draper comment. Whenever it happens, look forward to that. The divorce may be on the cards.
It may be. These
so
could be two
Pitternet-
separate solo shows.
Yeah,
one called Absolutely, one called Essendon.
Yeah. And the one they'll be watching the Essendon one. And so coming in
Hubris.
Coming in for us.
All right. Peter Wright.
You said it.
Come on. Is he?
I'm gonna say, and you've already suggested it. The big man, the 7-seater, the 2 metre leader.
Hit me with it.
Whatever you want to call him.
Yes.
He is back this week, folks.
Come on.
Take it to the bank.
All right.
Take it to the bank.
Okay.
Scotty,
that is good news.
Scotty said in his press conference that, Peter is getting frustrated at training because he's not out playing with the seniors. He's physically fit. He's healthy.
Okay.
He's ready to go.
All right. Excellent.
And he probably won't kick a goal for the first 5 rounds.
Sure. Totally.
It takes a while to get back.
Yeah, sure. A lot of leads, a lot of,
but just
but that's okay. Yeah,
to have
just right.
The bargain of the century out there.
Just charging towards the 50-metre line. Just charging it down.
The glory of that close-cropped red hair.
That's right.
Flashing through our forward line.
Exactly.
I can't
We
wait.
need it. We want it.
He's going to be the missing link. Well, he's not the missing link. That sounds offensive.
Yeah.
But the missing link in our forward line.
Right.
And maybe they could just Wiedemann out the side. But,
just tell him to stand just a bit further.
He's not
over
quite
there.
thank you for your service.
Yeah, but you know what will happen, though? He'll come out this week and Wiedemann and kick 6 goals.
Fine. I mean, I'm happy to be humiliated.
Yes.
No.
Are you?
No.
You sure?
No.
Okay, so what about Shield? What is
Shield,
going on with him?
he's got the world's most confusing ailments. I don't know what's going on with him.
Because he was subbed out last week.
Yeah,
and before that, not really a huge part of the game.
He had like
against
2
the Roos.
possessions or whatever in
Yeah,
that game.
not many.
He was iced up on the bench. He had a
Was he?
big ice bag strapped around his ankle. So, maybe he is still carrying something. And, look, with buys coming up, get the guy fit. Don't need to risk him, not against this mob. And see him back after the bye.
You think?
Absolutely.
All right, that'll be the strategy.
And I think Parrish and Setterfield will be coming, not long thereafter. So the cavalry is on its way.
Right.
Not that we need it, because that's the really pleasing thing is despite the loss of, probably our starting midfield and our key forward, the boys are going all right.
Yeah. They certainly have been. So we've covered those two. So anyone else knocking on the door? Is that it? There's no other spots available?
Waller played in the reserves or the VFL, and he was okay. I mean, I think just again let him have a couple of weeks. He's got to get himself match fit. I think that's the challenge.
Right.
Great to see Elijah Sardis making impact too in his first game, but he won't be coming into the senior side for some time. I think he'll probably have 3, 4, 5 weeks in the reserves. Coxie, Nick Cox, the unicorn.
Apparently Sartis is very good friends with Wardlaw of the Roos.
They're great mates.
Yeah. And Wardlaw grew up going for
the Ben Rutten, John Worsfold.
The Dons.
Machine. Otherwise known as Essendon circa 2012 to 2021. Or
That's
2012.
right. Yes,
no,
indeed.
Wardlaw will be an Essendon player at some stage.
Oh.
Hi, North Melbourne fans. You're still with us? No, look, I'm telling you. If Dodoro isn't all over that kid like white on rice as we speak.
Right.
And saying... He hasn't. I know Sheasel signed an extension at North Melbourne.
Oh, did he?
But I don't think Georgie Boy has yet. So I would love to get my hands on him. Not in that way, by the way.
Right. No.
But just to have him running around in the midfield.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I love that kid.
Yeah,
He's a great footballer.
Yes.
Anyway, that's North Melbourne.
You're only human.
We're done with that club.
We are. All right. Okay.
Any other news or any other little sound bites or anything? Anything funny?
No.
I didn't think so.
We don't want to
Yeah.
deviate from our standard operating procedure.
The funny meter's kind of dropped a bit in the last few weeks, hasn't it? I mean, let's be honest.
Many would argue that it just never really moved past the just.
No, a couple now. But of the fact that we're still going back to bagging North Melbourne fans kind of says everything, doesn't it? But
We're running out of material fast.
Let's
Please give it to us in the comments.
Yeah, help out. If you have any budding script writers out there,
yes,
got some
please.
good material.
We're open to it. And also, if you know how to use the tech and do both, that'd be great.
And make coffees.
Don's by 6 goals.
Jeez. Okay, you've really got me. I don't know whether I can agree with that, but I'm going to say that Essendon will win.
Yep.
And I'm afraid, folks, it's going to be another nail biter.
Yeah.
I feel that in my.
As I just let go of my prediction, I wanted to take it back.
You can,
because
there's no rules.
I think it will be down to. Yeah,
you're the Indian giver of tips.
No, I'm not.
You throw out a.
All right, okay, I'll stick with 6 goals. Screw you.
Stick with what you said. All right. I tell you what, if you get that, dinner's on me.
Yeah.
Well, not dinner, maybe lunch, maybe a coffee.
Food court.
I mean, if anyone wants to come and join us for a chat or a coffee, reach out in the comments, and we'd love to see you.
Come along. You're all welcome.
Got show bags. The whole kit and caboodle.
We are planning a live
experience.
How long
can we drag this on for?
A live experience soon. We are planning.
We're doing a live show. What, down at the Dallas Brooks Halls?
Yes.
Okay.
We just need the first 2 rows. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you very much for watching. Big game this weekend. Are you okay with the Sunday night? Sunday night, 7:15 p.m.
King's birthday eve.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Ben-Hur.
It's Big Freeze Eve.
We're jogging this video out again.
We can never stick to just a tight 5 or 6 minutes. What is the problem?
I mean, the fans want more.
Hey, if you comment, if you think our rambling should go even longer.
They're not going to hear this bit. They've all gone by now.
You're right.
They've
That's
all gone.
right. You are exactly right. No one's hanging around at this point. There's no one hanging around at this point.
That's enough of that. We said goodbye 5 minutes ago, so let's just go.
Thank you for watching.
See you soon. Have a great weekend.
See you on the other side.
Go Bombers.
Bye now.